How to meditate for beginners. In this video, I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know, from where to meditate, how you should meditate, how you should sit, if you should listen to music or not, how should you turn your brain off, where should I meditate. Experts will tell you that you can meditate anywhere, but in my opinion, I think you should just pick a quiet place where nobody can bother you. So this could be a bedroom or a car or a local library. Even a forest could work. Just somewhere that's very quiet and very peaceful. How long should I meditate for? I would recommend going for about 5 to 10 minutes. But it's really important to set an alarm, because if you don't, you will always be thinking to yourself, has it been 10 minutes yet? Should I stop? And the whole point of meditation is not to think. Also, quality is better than quantity here. In my opinion, being totally present and mindful for 10 seconds is way better than being a little present and mindful for 10 minutes. So longer is not necessarily better. What should I do with my body? Most people will tell you that you should not lay down while you meditate. But I don't fully agree with this. I personally meditate twice a day, once in the morning, then once before I go to bed. The only reason why I meditate at night is because it helps me sleep. But in the morning, I will always sit because I don't want to go back to sleep. But if you are only planning on meditating one time per day, definitely do it sitting. And I would recommend doing it in the morning. How should I sit? For total beginners, I would recommend sitting in a chair, eyes closed, head facing forward, straight back, feet flat with your hands just relaxing on your legs. You will see Buddhist monks sitting cross-legged with their feet facing up. This is the proper way to meditate, but I have personally noticed that a lot of newer people find this position to be very comfortable. I still think you should try it, but I would highly recommend just sitting normally in the crisscross position with your legs. But if that's not comfortable, just sit in a chair. Once meditation becomes a daily habit, then we can try moving towards the Buddhist monk position. Should I listen to music? This one is really up to you. But for beginners, I would suggest listening to a very calm, relaxing piano song, or maybe just something like nature sounds. I personally never listen to music while meditating, but meditating with music is totally fine as well. You have to just figure out it yourself. Okay, now it's time for the really important stuff. What should I do or what should I think about when I meditate? There are many different meditation techniques, but the one that I usually practice is something called mindfulness meditation. This is one of the most powerful meditation techniques in the entire world, and the whole idea around it is to just focus on your breath. When you are sitting down, you need to inhale through your nose and then exhale from your nose. But the key thing here is to focus all of your attention on the breath, like the sensation of the air hitting your nose, how the air fills your body and your lungs, the slight pause between your inhale and exhale. This focused attention is the thing that will get your brain stop thinking. Now many new people who try to meditate will say things like, I'm still thinking, I have an itch that I keep scratching, I can't do this, meditation just doesn't work for me. It's completely normal to be expected to experience all that stuff. I have been meditating twice a day for 6 months and I still get itchy on my face. Thoughts still come into my brain. But if you keep breathing and you trust the meditation process, those thoughts and those itches will eventually go away. However, if you're really struggling not to think, you can use my little boy breathing hack. When I inhale through my nose, I will stick my belly out a little bit, as if I am filling my belly with air. This is actually known as belly breathing, and it's actually the most relaxing way to breathe. I know this sounds like incredibly simple and a bit silly, but I promise that if you try this, you will feel so much better even throughout your day-to-day life. Now it's time for the million-dollar question. How can I actually get this habit to stick? The best way to build this habit is to establish a habit trigger. A habit trigger can be anything that triggers you to think about the habit that you are trying to build. For example, I have a friend who wanted to start developing the habit of listening to audiobooks every single day. So every single time that he ate food, he would listen to an audiobook. his habit trigger was eating. So every time he ate food, he immediately thought, oh, it's time to listen to an audiobook. So if you're meditating in the morning, I would recommend you using something like shower as your habit trigger. So right after you shower, it's time to meditate. Or maybe you can tell yourself that you can't have your morning cup of coffee or even your breakfast until you meditate. And if none of that works, you can actually place a big sign on your door that says you can't leave the house until you meditate. So that's it for today, guys. Remember, another day, another God's plan.